Hey gang, it's Steven Schleicher. Hope you're enjoying Critical Hit, show we've been doing for, holy crap, 10 years now. 10 years of Critical Hit goodness and fun. And along the way, we've found some great people to help sponsor the show, including Harry's. Now, I know in this troubled world in which we live in, you're always looking to save a few bucks. So how much could you save if you switched to Harry's this weekend? If you switch to Harry's, 1 year from now, how much money will you have saved? Well, you will have saved enough to buy 26 cups of coffee in New York City, enough for 3 deep dish dinners in Chicago, or you could pay 6 months of your Netflix subscription. That's how much money you can save. How do you do this? Because Harry's delivers high-quality razor blades as low as $2 each, a fraction of the price of the leading brand, and saving you hundreds of dollars over time. Now, I've been using Harry's razors since they first became one of our sponsors, and my goodness, I love these razors. I love the handle. I love how it's got a good grip. I like the razors because it's got on the one side, it's got the regular blades, and then on the other, it's got the little trimmer, so you can get into all the places that need to be trimmed, so it looks nice and good, and everybody is happy. Great razors at an affordable price. And you can get a Harry's trial set delivered to your door by going to harrys.com/criticalhit. So let's say you go and you get this trial set and you just fall in love with it. Well, Harry's is also super convenient. They have blade refills are delivered directly to your door on a schedule with or without a subscription. They have all the other grooming needs that you need. You can get blades, hair care, shower products. Oh man, I've been using their shower gels. I love the shower gels. Really, really cool. Harry's also has bar soap, which I've enjoyed as well. And just like their blades, Harry's is committed to providing premium products without breaking the bank. So listeners of this show, you can redeem your Harry's trial set at harrys.com/criticalhit, and you will get a weighted ergonomic handle with a firm grip. Like I said, it's a great handle. A 5-blade razor with a lubricating strip and a trimmer blade, like I was talking about earlier. You can get rich lathering shave gel with aloe to keep your skin hydrated. And you also get a travel blade cover to keep your razor dry and easy to grab on the go. So what are you waiting for? Go to harrys.com/criticalhit to start shaving and saving today. Thanks, Harry's, for sponsoring this episode of Critical Hits. Welcome to Critical Hit, a Major Spoilers podcast. Thank you so much for downloading and checking us out this week. And had some positive things, but also some setback things, I think. At one point, Rodrigo, we figured out how to navigate this city. But on the downside, we wound up right back where we were supposed to originally start.
Yes.
But since we hadn't been there, technically it's not back. It's just there.
But it does look like you've found an edge of district that will get you to the tower, assuming that you can get, or at least the tower's district, assuming that you can get there fast enough.
Yeah, we've got to get there fast enough.
Still north?
Still north.
Well, then let's get this thing going.
Okay. So, yes, you guys are in a tunnel, which does appear to, in fact, be some sort of water, access tunnel. You are being led by a pair of goblins. And yeah, you're essentially in this basically metal tube. Every once in a while, you will walk by a tube that goes out a while, and then there will be a grate. And definitely the first couple of ones that you walk by, you can hear the savage noise of a really intense battle.
Finish him.
Yeah, pretty much. As you continue, the sounds of battle dim, and or diminish, and eventually you get to what appears to be a ladder, like a steel ladder that leads up to an access hatch. And the goblins stop on either side of the ladder.
So I take it this is where we're supposed to go up?
This as far to edge of district as we get.
Thanks for the escort. Good luck with the fighting.
They kind of do a little salute and say, Dallin be with you, and run off.
And also with you.
So there you guys are. Steel ladder, access hatch above.
Everyone ready?
And also this tunnel does continue down a ways, but it does seem to the last few, basically the last 100 feet or so, you guys felt that the tube kind of veer to your left. So it's possible that this tube either continues to do that and thus, might eventually completely turn around or go in a different direction, or also as likely might might cross district lines, and who knows what would happen down here. So the goblins were pretty confident that this was the best place to put you guys.
I suppose we should go up.
Yeah.
Stay close. Be aware.
We're still on the right time.
Do I got time to check?
Yep.
Sure. I'll check.
Yep. You're still doing okay, but it's you're getting up there.
Getting close, but still pretty good.
All right. I will go up the ladder.
Okay. Sakar turns the hatch. It makes a fair amount of noise. And once you get to a release tightness, it kind of like pops out, opens up pretty forcefully. So if you want, you can basically catch it as it pops out of your hand. You can grab it and open it a little bit more gently than if it was just going to pop open and slam on the ground. But it's still, there's still a loud as it opens up. If you poke your head out, you see you're in that sort of docks district still. If you look back in the direction you came, you can see, flashes and still hear some muted sounds from the battle. Off over there, you see some Asmodean soldiers carrying some supplies towards the front line, but they're pretty far away from you. And they didn't seem to have heard the noise from the hatch. They are kind of, hustling. They're trotting. I don't know if there's a name for a march that's pretty fast. They're still, moving in time. But they're doing it pretty fast, double time, I guess. And that in and of itself, because they're marching so fast, makes a lot of noise. So essentially their own marching prevented them from hearing you open the hatch.
Well, we better get a move on then, as soon as they pass.
Yeah, there's, maybe 20 of them, so it doesn't take, because they're marching 4 abreast, it doesn't take very long for the whole squadron to go by. And then, you're at a pretty empty street.
I'll try to, again, kind of scurry ahead and scout to look for openings to time us to try to avoid patrols as much as possible.
Okay. Or actually, give me a streetwise check.
Wow, that's a nut one.
Wow. Okay.
Oof.
Little sparkle. Yep. Ranges forward. You find a hedge, like a wall made out of plants.
Yeah, a hedge.
Yeah.
Or a shrubbery.
Yeah. It's taller. It's tall. So whatever the tall version is.
Tall shrubbery.
A tall shrubbery. You find a dire shrubbery.
Oh no.
And you can duck behind it and look around, and this area seems pretty clear, except that, when you look back, you don't see the others.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
You guys see Little Sparkle duck behind a tall shrubbery.
Have I
Give her the typical
wound up in a
beat.
different district?
Now that you look back and you're looking at clearly a steelworks, yes, you've clearly gone into a different district.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Narf. Oh yeah. Oh, sorry.
I would say give her the typical beat that she takes. Realize something went wrong. And charge after, because it's probably a district wall.
So Ket takes off running.
How far ahead was she?
She usually goes pretty far ahead, so presumably you guys just ducked behind the assembly around the pipe that you came out of, and she took off, crossed the street, went a little bit farther, and ducked behind the hedge.
I will try to very carefully retrace my steps.
If you retrace your steps, you'll go into that steelworks district.
Oh. Well,
that's the way you came.
Right. All right, then I'm going to just stay put and hope that whoever actually knows how to navigate this place will find me.
Yeah. So would we say a good 20, 30 feet ahead of us?
Yep.
Something went wrong. Or turn to the others. Specifically to Randa, something went wrong. I think she jumped districts. Is it safe to follow? And start moving quickly that direction.
I'll try to figure out if I can determine what district she would have went to and best way to get there from here.
Well, it looks like you guys are really coming up close to your to a time when you would not go to that district. You guys are right on time. So assuming that basically if there is a directionality to it, if it follows the sun, from east to west, for example, then it could be that it could potentially be that you guys are too late to cross, but it's not entirely clear. You're kind of in a gray area right now.
I say Ket's still moving.
Okay,
yeah, let's go.
The general impetus was if Randa says stop, he'll stop.
Okay. Ket ducks behind the hedge.
Following after.
Following after.
Okay.
Following after.
All right. Everybody follows.
We're all in 6 different districts.
So, Ket ducks behind the hedge, finds himself in a kind of a little plaza. There are, and this plaza is made of sort of very tightly packed together, gray bricks. So the ground is brickwork, and they are mortared in such a way that there's almost no cracks between them, so it's pretty well smooth. As Ket walks in, if he looks to his, we'll say his left, he doesn't see the tower there, but he does see a big statue, a very large statue of Asmodeus made of a red and black stone. He is in a a thoughtful position. He's standing, but has is supporting his elbow with his hand across his body. So like supporting his like left elbow with his right hand across his body, and then holding his chin, and then it's like head looks like a goat, has like tall spiky horns that make his head look like a star.
Is there any sign of sparkle?
Not that you can see immediately. So that's what you see to your left. When you look directly in front of you, you see a pathway forward that has more of these plazas, along with more statues of Asmodeus. And when you look to your right, you see a similar thing, except that you also see an enormous wall, just a wall in the distance that blocks everything else. You can't see past it. It just goes from your field of vision all the way from the left to the right. And if you look up, it also doesn't seem to end. It just kind of goes into some clouds. And then as you're processing all of this, basically you guys like smack, 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 as like the rest of the party like runs into you.
There's nobody here.
There does not appear to be anybody here.
Would the equation allow Randus to tell what district would have come next in the previous incarnation if we'd gone that direction, or no?
We should be able to reverse engineer it based on knowing the direction we had to go to get to District 1 to find the number that we were in, which would allow Randus to plug in the potential information and reverse engineer to find out what. We should be able to math it out.
You can. Yep. You can sit down and start figuring it out.
Randus, start figuring out where she might have gone.
Working on it.
Guys, follow me real quick. I don't think we should be out in a plaza. I'm a roll streetwise to find us a place that's out of the way.
Okay.
That didn't work last time.
Fortunately, there's only a 5% chance of that happening again.
Like,
or I'll go the opposite direction.
So first off, as a freebie, you realize that giant wall I described is the tower, right?
Oh, I did not.
Okay, so as a freebie, that's the tower. You are in the tower's district. Any movement away from here is going to take you out of that district that you've been trying to get to this whole time. As far as getting someplace out of the way, this appears to be a sort of an enormous public square. You would imagine that under time or during times when there wasn't a scary occupying force that has probably cleared everyone, forbidden them from being near the plaza or near the tower, that this area would have had like vendors and stuff, and each of these individual plazas that interconnect were probably like themed, and almost certainly there weren't statues to Asmodeus here before. So it's very likely that the Asmodeans use these for like drills. But since you have progressively emptied out the troops, it's very likely that any nearby garrisons are actually on their way to the beachhead. So there really isn't any place that's particularly not a plaza in this district. There are basically hallways to plazas and plazas, separated like gently by tall hedges. Like nothing is like completely enclosed. So it's like it's relatively it's like they're tall enough, but like if you like climbed onto one, you'd be able to easily see the plaza. That's next, and of course there's like a big open area that's not covered by a hedge, so you can see the next plaza down the way pretty easy.
So no real place to actually, not even just a building to.
There might be like a gazebo in one of these,
but nothing that's going to be easy or obvious for the time being.
Right.
Yay!
As you look around, you see a couple of people walking towards you guys.
Act casual, you guys.
Do we recognize the people?
You don't. They are clearly Asmodean priests. One of them is a tall human. He's bald and just wearing robes and a tabard with the symbol of Asmodeus. The other one is a dwarf and is wearing some heavier armor and has a shield and a hammer, but is not really brandishing them. He has the shield over his shoulder, and they're kind of keeping pace with each other. And they just seem to be talking to each other, but they also seem like they're aware of you.
What are they talking about?
They say, as I get a little closer, you guys hear the human says, "It looks like your intelligence was correct, Bishop Olaf." It's like, intelligence was fresh, Bishop Pine.
Yep. Thought so.
As they approach, Pine, the human, holds out his hands like he would embrace Ket if he was closer, and says, "Ket, such a long time. You know, you really should have come to work for the company. It would have made for some excellent collaborations."
It might have, but it also would have resulted in more just kind of gesture to anything Asmodeus related.
The gesture
Then I
to
would
the
have
world in
liked.
general.
Pretty much at this point.
I don't suppose he means glory, Brother Olaf. Difference of opinion, or Bishop Olaf. Difference of opinion, Bishop Pine.
Last time we saw these two was back on the
Tuberville.
material plane, or was it at the congregations?
You didn't see them at the congregations. Pretty sure the last time you saw these two was Tuberville.
Okay.
But they say, unfortunately, your opportunities to join the church have since lapsed. But we do have a fantastic opportunity to show you the research that, in a sense, you helped us create in Tuberville. And he gestures towards the statue of Asmodeus, which then starts to move. And as it does, it kind of loses its Asmodean-ness. It kind of gets like bumpier, and it starts moving towards you guys. Let's roll initiative. You too, Sam.
Yay.
boy.
Rob, go ahead and give yourself a plus 10 to initiative. Sam, go ahead and give yourself a minus 10 to initiative.
Okay.
Ket.
39.
Sparkle.
19.
Orem.
41.
Randus.
34.
And Sakar.
35.
All right. Can everybody see the battlefield?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
There are, in fact, two of them. Okay. Let me see. So here you guys are. This is a statue of Asmodeus that is now moving. There's another statue of Asmodeus that is now moving. Here's Pine. Here's Olaf. And any questions?
Why didn't I blast one of the golems when I got here?
How am I going to get into this fight?
We'll see.
Maybe not.
Oh, we'll be long dead before you get here, so don't worry.
Oh.
Yeah, it's actually good. You'll actually be able to try and finish the mission after these guys get flattened.
Oh, okay.
First up is Orem.
So Orm's doing his little stretching, looking at these guys. Okay, let's do it. And I pull out my sword, and my arm just turns to ice all the way down the tip, and I shoot the 2 priests and that far stone guy with my freezing bolts.
Okay. That targets 3 creatures.
3 creatures. And nice. I roll 43 versus reflex.
43 versus reflex is going to hit all 3 of them.
All right. So my damage on that is 3d6 plus my intelligent modifier cold damage. And the target is immobilized. So I'm going to look what that totals up to really quick. Because I didn't really think I was going to hit them the first time. 3d6 plus 8. That's 21 damage, and they are immobilized until the end of my next turn.
Solid.
Yeah, you just pew, 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 send 3 ice bolts. You hit all 3 of them, and as you do, the ice bolt just goes right through the golem, which then kind of freezes the middle of it, and it like cracks in half, and like the top half falls over.
Okay.
And then the halves start kind of moving independently.
Great.
Fun.
Is it now many golems?
It is now 2 smaller golems, in fact.
It's a 2 halves make a holem.
It's a golem ooze.
All right, carry on, please.
Okay, then my minor action, which priest should I target? Pine?
Pine.
Okay, I will magic missile Pine for my minor action for 17 damage. 17 force damage.
Pew, pew, pew.
Pew, pew, pew.
All right.
And then I'm just going to stand my ground. So no move action at this point.
Okay. It's going to take us to Ket.
Yell at Randus. We need you figuring out how to deal with these things.
Okay.
And figuring out where Sparkle is. Activate my Ring of Free Time to get an extra minor action this turn.
Okay.
And curse the 2 closest things. Which the first one will be Grand Golem 1.
Okay.
Then the second thing I think is we'll go with Pine.
Yeah, it's taken more damage. Partially because it looks like Olaf resisted some of that freeze bolt.
Mm.
Are we sure that Golem 1 is closer to you than Olaf?
Huh?
1, 2, let's see.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh,
Olaf is closer by 1 square. And Pine.
that was a good call, Matthew.
Matthew just robbed Rob.
Rob is very tired.
That's okay.
I figure, you got to do it once in a while. And since we're all about to die.
All right. So the 2 priests are cursed.
Cursey priests.
Are the half golems immobilized?
It doesn't look like it. They are the part of them that's icy is now on top, so they can move around.
Okay.
Is one of them walking on his hands? Because that'd be funny.
Yeah, the top one is walking on its hands, but also they're like kind of, like deconstituting into just like general humanoid blobs. So you only really get a brief flash of Asmodeus statue walking on its hands before it just turns into, a pair of feet.
How far can you charge at this point, Matthew?
Oh, gosh, I don't know. My movement is like 19, I think.
It's not quite that good. It's good, but not that good.
Is there like a complicated thing to tell me how far I can charge?
You look at your speed, and that's
Right.
about how far you can charge, unless you have some other thing that gives you a bonus amount of speed to your charge. But I don't think you have that. I think you might have something that just buffs up your speed. Period.
My speed is 7. I can primal leap up to 16 squares.
Yeah, but that's not a charge.
Right.
And you are currently 8 squares away from Olaf.
Isn't a charge +1 though? Or am I thinking of +1 to
That's
attack?
on the attack.
It's +1 to attack, yeah.
Let's see. If I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And there's
I could totally charge a golem.
Yeah, and I'm going to use obedience reward on my with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on Sakar.
Okay.
Activate the ring while telling Randus what to do. Turn to Sakar and tell him to tie up the other golem. You get to target can use a free action either to make a melee basic attack or to charge, gaining a power bonus to the attack roll of either attack equal to my intelligence modifier, so +5. If it hits, it deals an extra 2d8 damage.
Okay.
If you miss, you take 9 damage.
Okay.
But I get to use obedience reward again.
I swear that I have a power that allows me to use an at-will or a daily power rather than an at-will. I think it's when I charge, but I can't find the thing on my sheet. Dibbly.
I don't think so. I think all of your daily powers are.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a daily that it lets you. It might let you use an at-will.
Okay.
Mostly because the Warden dailies are all transformation nonsense.
They do have
Hey.
some attacks as well.
Yeah, they're half
But-
and a half.
but-
aren't they?
But Matthew, I don't think actually has any of those. Because depending on how you do your math, you can actually end up with like 1 guardian form or like 3 guardian forms.
I think I'm thinking of my Nocturnal Frenzy, which is not this. This is not extra power in a charge. This is a charge as an extra power.
All right,
So
we'll
my-
go ahead and
my
take
brain
the melee basic.
Melee basic.
Oh, and you can go to this square, or this square, I believe. Actually, no. Only this square or this square.
Then I will go to this square here,
This one?
the one I'm in, and then I attack. A doodly do. How do I attack anymore? I don't remember. Skrakow, 43 versus AC on a melee basic.
43 will hit.
Okay. Now, since I'm hitting, I can savor the black blood for extra damage, correct? Or is that something that I can only do on my own turn? It says
does it
no action. It's an encounter power, primal shadow, no action. Hit an adjacent creature with a melee attack.
Yeah, I think you can use it, yeah.
Wabada hoobada. So I shall do that.
Is that a daily magic item power?
No,
No.
it's a super vampire power.
No temporary hit points.
We don't use the V word.
It's actually it's from his Paragon Path. Okay, so yeah, go ahead and put a +10 on that.
Yep. 37 damage to that golem.
Okay.
And I get 10
And you
temporary
gain-
hit points.
There you go. Make sure there you go. Okay. So yeah, Sakar runs over and
Crack.
cuts into the golem, which then also splits. This time we'll say Sakar splits him down the middle from head to crotch instead of across the belly.
Bisecting
and
a line between his pupils.
Yes, and then it also separates, and that's it. Okay. What else is there for Ket?
Move action. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm gonna back up. Actually, that might not be the best call. What's my range on? that. That is range 10. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right. Before I move, I'm going to spend my action point.
Okay.
To use Price of Defiance on Olaf.
Okay. What does that do?
If I hit him, I get to make him do stupid things.
Okay.
Does a 50 hit his fort?
50 does hit his fort.
All right. I'm gonna throw my Warlock's Curse damage in on this, but the first chunk is force damage.
Okay.
So he's gonna take damage. He's immobilized until the end of my next turn, which
even more immobilized.
Yes, his immobilization lasts just a little bit longer now.
Yeah.
I slide him 5 squares to a. Oh, that's what I was wanting to do. Oh, can't slide him. I slide him 5 squares to a square adjacent to one of my allies. That ally can then make a melee basic attack against the target as an opportunity action. But he's more than 5 squares away from anybody. That's why I had decided against Price of Defiance to start with. He takes 36 damage.
Okay.
And I wasted that power.
That's okay.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I'll run down here.
Smart. All set?
Yeah.
All right. That's going to take us to Pine. Pine will raise his arms and then motion them forward, sort of like a conductor striking up an orchestra. And who's this guy? 3 is going to charge Orem. And deal 30 damage to Orem.
Okay.
Okay. Then Golem 4 will shift over here and deal 30 damage to Sakar.
Okay.
And then Bloodstone Golem 2 will charge here and deal 30 damage to Randus.
Okay.
And that'll be Pine's turn.
So he's immobilized?
Yep.
So if one were right here, and one attacked with a close burst too, would that strike both Olaf and Pine?
You'd have to be here pretty much exactly in this square to get
exactly
both of
in
them.
that square.
I mean,
So
you
I
could
would
be
have to-
closer, but you can be no farther than this square.
All right. So if I'm here, that works.
If you're up here, yes, that would work as well.
All right. And if I retreat from this golem, is he going to take a whack at me?
Yes, unless whatever you do prevents opportunity attacks. But any other type of movement will get an opportunity attack, and it'll just deal damage because it doesn't need to roll. Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to risk it. Sakar is going to leap here.
Okay. Go ahead and take 30 damage.
Sakar takes 30 damage. While in midair, Sakar catches fire.
Okay.
And it's a gross fire. It's not like the old cool, oh, look at me, I'm Sunboy fire. Now it's literally like watching a man being roasted. And it's horrifying. And it's burning hair and burning skin. And he lands, and skadoosh lands in the form of summer fire explosion-y attack, which hopefully will hurt Pine and Olaf bad and, melt their faces and such. 38 versus AC.
38 versus AC is not going to hit either of them.
All right, so they will take half damage from this brutally fiery attack. I can't do that unless I hit. Can't do that unless I hit. That doesn't even do anything, so you can't do that. I already did that, did the other thing. All right, I'm going to roll for damage. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm serious too. Sorry. I'm looking at the Autumn Reaper. That is the wrong attack, although I think it has the same basics.
Well, the damage is different.
Yeah, you're right, it is. So 15 damage to each of them.
So that'll be 7 to each. 7 fire.
Yep. Oh, great. They're immune to fire.
Just asking.
Actually, if I use my vampiric scimitar, it's not going to be fire damage. But
if the power says fire, that overwrites the scimitar. If the power doesn't say anything.
Yeah, I know.
It's fun. But yes, Olaf seems to just eat that attack completely.
Stupid Olaf. Nobody likes you.
What else there for Sakaar?
I have landed in their faces. I could theoretically action point and hit them again.
Mm-hmm.
Does it seem like, strategically speaking, the voices in my head would say that's a good plan?
Depends on who you're going to try to hit.
Actually, I could try to hit both of them.
Do you have something that would take down Olaf Pine in one mighty swoop?
Probably not, but I could mighty swoop them down a little bit in theory.
Because I don't know if they're both controlling, but it certainly looks like Pine is controlling.
If I Warden's Lure, I can pull them each adjacent to me and then smack the butt snicket out of them. But that would leave them, adjacent to me.
It's up to you.
That seems okay since you are the defender.
And I feel like there's a chance that if we can take them down, that the golems will melt away into golem snot. So I am going to action point and Warden's Lure.
Okay.
Their faces.
All right. Let's see.
Do I get any bonuses for them being immobilized?
Nope.
Do I gain combat advantage or anything?
No, but you can choose whether you put each of them up on this square or this square, or for Olaf this square or this square, since it's the same amount.
I would like to put them above me on the Mickey Mouse ears to avoid them having flanking on me.
Sure.
It's almost like I learned something playing this game with Rob for 17 years.
Yeah.
Yay.
That actually kind of was the optimal move if you don't want them to flank you.
Ha! Look at me with the funny hat. 43 versus their AC.
Versus AC. That will not hit either.
Are you kidding me?
You only rolled a 9.
Even so, it's a 43.
Numbers are big nowadays. Anything on a miss for that one?
Bad attitude. No. Attack strength versus AC. Hit. Fribbity. Nope, I missed him. Oh, that hurts my soul, dog.
Okay, what else?
That'll be everything I can do since I action pointed and used up all of my actions in the first time. So, The end of Sakaar's round now passes to Randus.
Okay. Randus.
First, I'm going to roll my Keeper's Prescience. 4. Okay.
Okay.
Then I'm going to try my Trick of Knowledge. Roll an Arcana check.
Is that a minor action?
It is.
Okay.
I'll take the 4.
Okay. What does that put you at? 47?
Yeah, 46. Or 48, I mean. Yep. Sorry. Which will... Actually, wouldn't make a difference.
You want to keep the 4 then?
Yeah, I'll keep the 4.
Okay.
So this particular fight, I am making saving throws at the start of my turn instead of the end of my turn.
Okay.
And that's pretty much it for that.
Well, that's good.
Gross.
Well, they can't all be winners.
Nope. Do I want to make more of these buggers?
I think we're going to have to.
If there's more of them, do they hit harder or less harder?
I mean, it looks like the Swatham are about to go next, so maybe I shouldn't be the one to pop them.
Fair point.
Man, I'm just far away from everything. You know what? I'm just going to go ahead and swing on the thing that's on me with the magic weapon attack.
Okay.
Doing a punchy punch. 45 versus AC.
45 will hit.
Okay. I do some damage.
Does that give you a +1?
No. Give adjacent allies, but...
Oh. All right. Once again, it splits in half. What else there for Randus?
Okay. So now use a move to shift out of the way and prepare a crossbow for potentially doing a healer's momentum sometime within the next round. And I think that'll be the end of my turn for now.
Okay. It's going to take us to Olaf. Olaf will raise his shield arm, and a ray of unsettlingly bright light will shine on Sakar, which will mark him. And then Olaf will teleport here and smash Orem. That'll be a 40 versus Orem's AC.
That hits it right on.
Okay.
Oh. Do you got like mage armor or some stuff?
No.
Darn.
You should get some.
I have dragon cloth armor.
Dragon
Let's
cloth.
see. That'll be 75 damage.
Yeah, I'd like to respond.
Okay.
I am bloodied.
Allow me to retort, says Randus.
Yes. Enemy deals damage with an attack to one of my allies within 5 squares of me. Yep. Making sure. So first I will attack with my shooting the crossbow at Olaf. Ooh. For 50 versus AC.
That'll hit.
Nice. So bolt sticks firmly into him, and another wire just kind of also jabs into Orem. And so first Olaf takes 2 weapon. All right, 24 damage to Olaf.
Okay.
And then the ally who is hit by the triggering attack roll can spend a healing surge.
Okay.
Do I got 2? I don't got any other allies within 5 squares, so no extra temporary hit points, sadly, but also regain an additional 7 hit points when you spend a healing surge.
All right. I will spend 1 healing surge and regain 39 plus 7. So I'm no longer bloodied, but I'm pretty close to it.
All right, well, helped a little.
Yes, it did. Thank you.
All right. That is, let's see, mark, move, standard. Yep. All right. That's going to take us to Little Sparkle. Little Sparkle walks through a hedge and runs into a bloodstone golem. So you're over here, Sam.
Okay. That's not the worst thing in the world, I guess. Like,
Hey, founder!
Now, that's one less thing that Randus has to do this turn that he didn't do.
Well, I haven't seen any of the evidence of how these golems work, so I'm just going to start trying to mess this one up. With a 2. Probably something that will get me out of this area, ideally. But it has not acted yet, so cool. So it's flat-footed against me, or well, whatever the fourth ed version of that is. So I'm gonna just go ahead and I guess I'm just gonna use Scoundrel's philosophy against this, and it's like, I really hate navigating this place. What have you guys gotten yourselves into? And she'll stab the thing.
Okay.
43 versus AC.
43 will hit.
Great. Then it's gonna take. All right, takes 55 damage.
Okay.
And there's a secondary effect if it's not shattered or into a million pieces, that or whatever.
Yeah, it's probably not gonna. It's not gonna count for it.
Yep. All right, that's fine then.
All right. What else?
So did I effectively use my move action getting on this other side of the hedge?
No, you can use a move action.
Yeah, I'm gonna just use ignoble escape, which is a move action to shift a number of squares equal to my speed.
Okay.
So I won't provoke. So it's 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'll attempt to become hidden at a -5 penalty as I do that.
Okay.
All right. So I'm hidden 36.
Okay. Anything else?
No, I'm good.
Okay. That's going to take us to Bloodstone Golem 1. Who's going to walk over here and hit Sakar for 30 damage. That's going to take us to Golem 3, Bloodstone Golem 3, who is going to hit Oram for 30 damage.
Okay, I'm bloodied again, and I'm trying to find, Rodrigo, do you remember, I'm trying to find something that triggers when I bloody.
That would likely be an armor. You don't have a lot of stuff. Wizards usually don't have a lot of stuff that triggers when you're bloodied. So if it's not your armor, it's not probably not your longsword. Let's see.
I'm assuming you don't have a tattoo, because those were about 50-50 on that trigger.
Actually, do you have magic armor?
I just have that magic dragon cloth armor, +5, but that's it.
Okay. So I don't think so then.
Okay.
All right. So let's see. Golem 4 is out of commission. Bloodstone Mini Golem 1. That's this guy next to Randus. Is going to scooch on over and deal 10 damage to Randus.
Okay.
It's going to take us to Mini Golem 4. We'll come over here and deal 10 damage to Randus. I accidentally did 2. 4 is actually down here. That's fine. I'll just skip 2. 4 is going to come over here and deal 10 damage to Cat.
Woo, resist. I take half of that.
Then 2 already went. And 3 will come over here and deal 10 damage to Cat.
Woo. Resist some more.
Okay. Top of the round. And that's going to take us to the next round of combat.
Okay.
For Oram.
Can I do an area burst targeted on me, area burst 1 within 10 squares?
No. You can target a square adjacent to you. That's within 10 squares.
But let's see. So if I target right here, will I get both of these guys?
I'm not seeing your...
right here.
Yes, you would.
Okay.
Yes. That's also going to provoke attacks of opportunity from both of them.
Even with a mass charm.
Mm-hmm.
Can he shift and do the same thing and not provoke attacks?
Can he shift somewhere where he doesn't provoke attacks?
Can he shift like here?
He could shift there.
All right.
And then throw that same attack in that same place.
Yeah. I'll shift 1 back and then drop my mass charm. You slide each target up to 5 squares. Each target then makes a melee basic attack against a creature of your choice as a free action. So I believe Olaf won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or maybe even here 5, would then be able to attack Brother Pine.
Mm-hmm. Bishop Pine.
Bishop Pine. Sorry, he's got a promotion since the last time we saw him.
Yep.
It's a melee basic attack.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Doctor.
And then I think I can get this big guy to roll up right next to Olaf and attack him.
Yep, possibly.
Okay, so let's try that.
Okay.
So you're mind controlling them?
Yeah, basically mass charm.
Very cool.
You are you putting in a value, Steven?
I don't have to put in a value. It's an automatic.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I was waiting for you to roll.
Yeah, I was too.
Yeah, no, I don't have to do that. It's an automatic.
Okay. Is that a daily?
No, it is an encounter power. Mass charm.
Okay. Area burst 1 within 2 squares. Slide each target up to 5 squares. The target then makes a melee basic attack against the creature of your choice. Okay. All right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You wanted him here or here?
So let me ask you this. What is Area Burst 2? If I did an Area Burst 2 right here, and he was here, and another guy was right here, it would catch all 4 of these guys, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, that's where I want him.
So here?
Yes.
Okay. And then he will
melee basic attack.
Make a melee basic. That will miss.
Wow.
Oh.
I make him throw in his wand of accuracy.
He spends an
1,
action.
2, 3, 4,
His heart wasn't
5.
in it.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it has to be this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the only way to get the golem up here is this way.
Okay, that's fine.
And then Olaf will just take the golem's damage. But he'll soak some of it. Okay.
Okay.
Olaf's got a great strength of will, so he
I'm
makes
sure
himself
he does.
miss and not hit his
I'm sure he
partner
does.
in crime. What else there for him?
All right. So that shift was my move, right?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to use an action point.
Okay.
And I'm going to drop mass transformation right there in that little open slot between all those dudes. And hope that it works.
Turn them all into mushroom.
Ooh. 35 versus fortitude.
That does miss. Obnoxiously, all of these guys get turned into little critters.
Little magic mushrooms. Until the end of my next turn, or until the end of its next turn.
Yeah. So they basically all lose a turn.
As a tiny beast, the target is dazed, and the only actions it can take are to move its speed or to shift. If it takes damage from any source, it affects ends. Unfortunately, they will not take any damage, though. Oh well, I tried. Not on a miss. They just shrink down.
Yeah. That is Orem's turn. That's going to take us to Ket.
All right. If something is prone, does it still takes opportunity actions, right?
Yeah, it just takes a penalty.
But since these guys auto hit,
yeah, then it wouldn't matter.
Okay. Well, that's less useful than I want it to be right now.
Unless you have something that capitalizes on them being prone, it's not going to matter.
I mean, it would give combat advantage.
Sure, yeah.
But that's not necessary. Actually, I think I get combat advantage on anything I've cursed at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
First enemy attack grants combat advantage to next. Oh, where's the list of things I had, Brian? Give me, there it is. When you attack an enemy cursed by you, that enemy grants combat advantage to your next ally who attacks it before the start of your next turn. Okay. Well, I'm going to start by cursing the 2 goobers next to me. We're going to use Diabolic Escape.
Okay.
Close burst 1. Target each enemy in the burst. Effect: each target gains vulnerable 5 fire until the start of my next turn. Then I teleport up to 10 squares.
Okay.
And then I'm going to drop Vestige of Chronata on these 2 dorks over here.
Okay.
Or more accurately, I'm going to drop it on the space that's right behind them because it's a burst 1 within 10.
Okay.
That will be... Ooh, terrible. 35 versus Reflex.
35 versus Reflex. Now, Steven, they are dazed, right?
Yes, from the mass transformation, yes. But any damage that they take will turn that off.
So,
But that
Cat
means I
gets
am currently
combat
getting
advantage.
combat advantage on them, so it's 37 versus Reflex.
All right, well, let's see. That's better, but no, that's not going to hit either of them.
All right.
Anything on a miss?
Yeah, it's a Vestige. I'm debating. I'm pretty certain that I have the bonus on the staff.
Okay.
Or the Randus bonus.
Yeah, I believe you're the
Debating
one
if
I gave it to you.
Plus 4. So 41. Have we gotten there on a 41 at all?
I think it's all been 43s. Let me see.
I can't remember if it was.
43 looks like our lowest.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was me.
This hits on a, or this does stuff on a miss. So they will take half damage and ongoing 5 fire save ends.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
So there'll be 12 fire damage.
Okay.
Ongoing 5 fire damage save ends. And I'm going to swap out Larage for Chronata as my active pact.
Okay, and those guys are also no longer little mushrooms.
Yeah, I was going for a bigger hit than that.
Ongoing how much, you said?
5.
Try to remember that when their turn starts, in case I miss it.
Move, minor, standard. All right, that's me.
That's going to take us to Pine.
Fire damage.
Fire damage. That's going to bloody him.
Woo.
At which point, Olaf will reach out and give him a glowing beam of energy will appear, and he'll get some temporary hit points.
Ooh.
Stupid.
Pine he'll shift up this way. Nope. Yeah, he'll shift up this way. And he will wave his hands and move this mushroom over here. Move this mushroom here. Slide this one here. And deal 10 damage to Randus.
Okay.
And then the other one will also deal 10 damage to Randus. So 20 total there for Randus.
Roger.
Then this one will
something wrong.
go up here and deal 10 damage to Cat.
Ow.
And then this one will come up here and also deal 10 damage to Cat.
Those things are fast.
The smaller they are, the faster they are.
All right, that's going to be Pine's turn, which will take us to Sakar.
Probably better that they followed me than attacking Sparkle, at least.
They might not know where she is.
Yeah, I hid.
Oh, I missed
Specifically because I was afraid of being piled on by those things.
Fair enough.
So who marked me?
Olaf did.
Olaf.
Does that matter at this point?
Yes, that definitely matters at this point. It means that you have to, if you make an attack that does not include him, you're at a -2 to that attack, and also potentially something else might happen.
Potentially something else might happen.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that sounds creepy. What if potentially he kisses my grits? All right, so.
Well, if he kisses your grits, then potentially nothing would happen, as that would be you targeting him.
Right. I am going to target him.
Okay.
So if I teleport, that doesn't have them able to attack my face, does it?
Not usually.
It
No.
does not.
Good. I'm going to teleport here.
Okay.
I'm going to fall back into the earth and appear on the other side of Olaf. And I'm going to whip my sword up into the air and cause a lightning to infuse into the blade. I'm going to hit him in the face with the Guardian Storm.
Nice.
It's going to be awesome. Guardian Storm. It's going to be like lightning everywhere. If I could levitate, I would. Just be surrounded by lightning and then wham down the blade with the lightning on his face.
Yeah, definitely.
46 versus AC with the lightning face.
That'll hit.
Since I'm doing this with my big sword, I'm also going to have the sword bite and drain him using the daily item power.
Okay, then. Using a daily item power, get 23 temporary hit points.
I do? Man, I didn't get you anything. All right, so that's going to give me an additional 3d8 of necrotic damage, along with the lightning that is currently going to lightning his face. Should I roll those separately?
Yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead, and because you get something depending on that damage, right? So you want it separate.
Okay. The lightning hits him in the face for 33, and then the sword drains some of the juice out of him.
Okay.
For an additional 21 points necrotic damage, which I get back because it literally drained his juices back into me.
Yep.
All right.
All right.
And Olaf is surrounded by a cage of shifting lightning. And if he moves, it'll bite him.
Okay. All right. That is going to bloody him, at which point Pine is going to reach out and cast a bolt of light onto him and give him some temporary hit points.
While he was temporarily bloodied.
He's still bloodied.
Oh, good. While he's still bloodied, that's going to trigger my lifeblood, which then triggers my Crimson Death. So Sakar becomes even more scary vampire-y than normal.
What's the trigger for lifeblood?
You bloody an enemy.
Yep.
So at that point, Crimson Death will kick in. So my speed will increase. I'll have dark vision for what that's worth. And I'll be able to give ongoing damage from terrible, terrible bleeding wounds, as well as combat advantage against anyone who has a terrible, terrible bleeding wound. So I moved and I attacked.
Mm-hmm.
I have the option for a minor. Do I have anything minor that would allow me to just melt his face?
Typically not.
Probably not. I feel like there's something I probably ought to do.
Can you mark him?
I can mark him, yes. In fact, I should mark him because I did attack him.
No, that's not how the Warden mark works. But that's okay. You can declare that you mark him.
I declare that I mark him. Here we go. I have a burst 15. How far away is Orem?
Like
less than 15.
7.
Less than 15?
Yeah, he's like 7 squares away.
Yeah.
The inspiring word is resolve. And Orem can now gather. Wait, we're 28 now? 66 additional hit points.
Are those temporary hit points or?
You would spend a healing surge.
Okay.
And then you would, along with that surge, get 66 additional hit points.
Oh, I'll take that.
And you're saying 6d6, right?
That's 6d6s.
Oh,
D6.
Not 66.
I was like, man, I'll take 66.
That is six-sided dice.
And you need
What?
to roll that, Matthew.
I do, and I'm about to. 66 is actually 21 in this case, so your healing surge plus 21.
What else?
Unless I can just like melt him with my steely red-haired gaze. Or red-eyed gaze, black-haired gaze. Now somebody's going to go out and
Yeah,
draw
it's too
pictures.
late.
I'm just... I'd
All
ask
set?
Steven to edit it out, but that never helps. That's everything.
That takes us to Randus.
All right. First, I'm going to roll my Keeper's Prescience. A 5. Okay, then.
Wow.
That's better.
Yep.
One better.
And I think I'm going to try to pop some of these minions.
Okay.
So first I'm going to shift out. And then channel Grape Dust Cloud. Oh, man. It does bring up a question. Oh, we'll find out. They might be immune to this. What do you guys think? Should I get Olaf or one of the minions?
Olaf.
I'd say
Well,
Olaf.
All right. Okay. Well, I will center it. It's not doing the boop here. It's going to be a burst 3 within 20.
Okay.
40 versus Fortitude. That'll be
40 versus Fortitude. That will not hit.
not hit anyone.
It won't hit Olaf.
It won't hit
it'll
all
also-
off, but it'll also be targeting Bloodstone Golem 1, 2, and whatever one's below Ket and brother, the other bishop.
Oh, okay. So it won't hit either of the bishops,
Okay.
but it'll hit. You said 1, 2, and 3. The one that's
Yes.
right underneath Ket.
Yep, 3.
Yeah, so it'll hit those 3.
Okay. That'll do 1d10 plus 9 necrotic damage.
Okay.
Each ally in burst gains 1 power bonus to attack rolls and all defenses until the end of next turn. I think that's just going to be Ket.
Woo!
All right, go ahead and roll it.
Anything on a miss?
There is an effect. Each ally in burst can spend a healing surge and regain additional hit points equal to 2d6 plus 13.
Is that
So-
worth it right now?
If not, that's all right. Just take the.
I've only taken 20 damage.
All right. I was mainly just trying to clean up the board, maybe.
Cleaning up the board's good.
All right. Looks like necrotic worked. Yeah, maybe I should have not bothered with Olaf. Oh well. That helps, right?
yeah, it does.
All right. and,
That's one curse trigger there.
Oh boy. I could deal fire damage to 1 or 2 enemies affected by my Warlock's Curse.
there you go.
Which is what I'm going to do. So I'm going to do 9 fire damage to...
Golem 4.
Did Olaf take the fire damage earlier?
Olaf ignored it.
Olaf hasn't
I
gone
believe.
yet.
Oh.
I mean, like, when I hit him.
He absorbed some of it.
Oh.
Absorb some of it? Okay. Then I'm going to hit Pine and the mini golem that's next to me for 9 fire damage each.
Okay.
And then I can push each enemy 1 square.
Ah, nice.
Well, that's gonna wreck the mini golem.
Yay! I will push Pine 1 space to the left. And
Good
then
to
I
know
will
that they
trigger...
can be killed and they don't just keep going into smaller and smaller golems.
Well, maybe they do, and they're just so small that they're ineffective now.
They're nanogolems. They're actually
They are, in
attacking.
fact, they do break apart into smaller pieces, but they are not reconstituting into like a fighting form, but they are kind of wiggling around.
Oh.
And then that'll trigger my curse again.
Mm-hmm.
So I will do the same thing, except for it'll be the 9 fire damage to Pine and 9 fire damage to Olaf, and I'll shove Pine closer to Sakar.
Okay.
I figure if he does stuff, Sakar can smack him
Whack
for it.
Yeah.
Tough smacking.
And I won't shove Pine anywhere, because That seems
Because
counterproductive.
he's
right
good
now.
there.
Did he take any of that extra fire damage there?
Who did?
Olaf.
Fine.
Olaf did not take any of that damage.
Okay.
His fire
Yes,
resistance
at least
is
resist
pretty
9
solid.
to fire.
At least.
Someone
I think
could
it's
find
closer
out.
to 15 because I hit him with fire earlier and it didn't touch him.
Fair. Someone could find out.
They could. I need more
In theory.
actions.
All right. That all happened during Randus' turn, so what else there
Yes.
for Randus?
I got a minor action left. Who wants healing? Sakar, probably? Or how you doing, Orm?
I'm at
okay.
118 out of 147, so...
All right. Yeah, I think I'll heal our defender, who's next to the two biggins. So I'll just do healing infusion. So go ahead and get your healing surge value plus 23 back.
Okay.
As a dart flies out from my Robo Fist and gives you a little healing syringe. And that'll be
Wait,
it.
I can't be above my level.
When
Never
I
mind.
cap out at your max health.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did the math in my head and I'm like, yeah.
All right, what else there for Randus?
That'll be all.
Okay. That's going to take us to Olaf for
Who's dumb?
the dreaded mutual mark.
Mm.
So he'll attack Sakar.
He takes fire damage. Not that it does anything.
It does not, in fact, do anything. 39 versus AC?
No.
Okay.
Not today, Olaf.
That'll take us to Little Sparkle.
I am going to move to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I say this.
35,
as if-
40, 45, 50, 55, 60,
Yeah,
65,
it's force of habit. It's 6. And then I'm going to charge Olaf with a leaping dagger kick.
Okay.
And she's like,
dagger.
I feel like I'm missing some context here. And kick him to the ground.
Okay.
Oh, I got a 53 to hit.
Well, that's going to hit anyway, but he doesn't fall prone.
Oh, interesting. Well,
He's a little sturdy dwarf.
Yep.
oh, sure. Well, then, I mean, I guess I didn't have combat advantage on him as a
Yeah,
result.
so that's a 51 to hit, which is still going to hit him.
Yes, that is fair. But that does mean I don't get my
Sneak attack.
Sneak attack.
sneak attack.
Had someone attacked him since my turn?
Just
Someone attacked him just now.
Had someone attacked him before that?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Oh, sorry.
Did they?
I mean, Sakara wanted to.
I think Sakar did. I'm assuming Sakar did since they're Jessian.
Yep.
Yeah. I missed it. This is my bad.
Okay. All right, carry on, Sam.
Sure. All right. Then don't. Although I did start at hidden, was he able to see me?
Yeah, if you charge,
Okay, fair enough.
like you
All right.
you moved first and you didn't roll to maintain that stealth, and then you
Yep,
charge.
nope. Say it on the nose, sneak attack then. All right, then just gonna roll some regular damage. All right, then he takes 28 damage and he is dazed until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
That's funny. Sparkle has never fought a dwarf, so wasn't accounting for their
Yeah, you
broad
almost
stride.
overshot his head entirely. All right, what else?
That was a charge, so I'm done.
Okay. So it's going to take us to Mini Golem 1, who will shift over here and attack Randus for 10 damage. And then that guy's not there. Oh, shoot. Hang on.
What did you forget?
I knew it. I knew this was going to happen.
Huh.
We were supposed to be taking like tens and thousands of more damage.
No, there should be 4 more golems on the field. Like when you
Oh,
turn them
okay.
into mushrooms, I was like, I gotta remember that they're actually big ones that got turned little. And sure
right,
enough, I
right.
didn't. Let's see.
Well,
But
I did do a big
yeah,
bursty attack.
he did have a big
Probably
burst
would've-
attack.
Probably would have cleaned it out anyway.
Yeah, that's what did it. So Orem missed. It didn't do any damage. Turns them
Oh.
into babies. Randus hits them with a burst attack that causes them to presumably go back to their original state, take
Right.
damage, split.
Right.
So there should be 4 more golems on the board.
Oh no.
All right. So mini golem 6 will move over here and deal 10 damage to Little Sparkle.
Ouch.
Mini Golem 5 will stay where it is and deal 10 damage to Little Sparkle. Mini Golem 8 will move over here and deal 10 damage to Sakar.
Boo.
And Mini Golem 4 will stay where it is and deal 10 damage to Sakar.
Boo.
And then Mini Golem 2 will move over here and deal 10 damage to Orem.
Okay.
All right. That's going to take us to the top of the 3rd round.
Where do I need to move to get a close? Is it close burst? Close burst 3 to maximize all these guys up here surrounding.
Is it going to hit
You don't need
allies?
to move anywhere to do it.
Pretty much right on Olaf.
Yeah,
it's a close
if you just
burst.
drop it on Olaf, it'll be fine.
It's a close
It's a
burst.
close burst, so I have to move.
Oh.
Oh, it's a close burst 3?
Yep.
What's the range on your phase step right now? Is it 7 then?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, you go right there, which you also have the ability to make a melee attack when you teleport still, right? Or when you
I
face
do
them
if I
still?
teleport next to an enemy.
You're going to teleport next to an enemy since you want to close burst them.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, you pop up next to the Little Sparkle, smack him with your sword, and then go boom.
All right, I will do that.
So how does your phase step do more than 5?
Because I'm wearing Eldrin boots.
Is that just a property?
Yep.
Okay. No
Right.
temporary hit points then.
Right next to that guy. And then melee basic, 46
Nice.
versus AC.
That'll hit.
And my melee basic is... so he'll take 18 damage there.
Okay.
And then I will cry out, even though this is not going to affect Pine as much, I don't believe. I'm going to cry out, oh, let's call down the fires from heaven. And I'm going to use my Supreme Glorious Presence. Each enemy in burst. Ooh, boo. Let's see. That is a 30 versus Will.
That is not going to hit anything on the board.
I'm going to guess that is correct. But then there's an effect. And I wonder, does effect only work on a hit? Because you and each ally in the burst...
Effects. So things that only happen on a hit, will say hit.
Right.
An effect happens no matter what.
Okay.
Hit or miss.
So each ally in the burst gains temporary hit points equal to my wisdom modifier plus 1/2 my level. So wisdom modifier is
Plus
whatever
1.
that is 1 plus half my level. So that's 15 bonus temporary hit points that you guys get.
Now those don't stack.
No.
Correct.
They do not.
So I currently have temporary hit points.
Yeah. So if this would give you more, you use that. If it will give you less, they just fall off.
And that also goes for Sam.
Sorry, how many do I get?
15.
Thank you.
Yep,
She's the
15
one with the beak.
temporary. And that was my move, and that was my attempt. Oh, let me use my Torque of Power Preservation.
Mhm.
All right, it is regenerated. It doesn't expend the Supreme Glorious Presence because I rolled a 28. And if the result is 10 or higher, that power renews as if you'd taken a short rest.
You rolled a 23. didn't you?
Yes, it's still higher than 10.
Okay.
And I'm done.
All right, that's going to take us to Ket.
Curse 2 and 5, I guess, since those are the two closest.
Okay.
We will go with Awaken the Dragon on. Oh, how close are Olaf and Pine? Are we wanting to go after Olaf or Pine right now?
Well, Olaf is closer to being death. Pine is the one that seems to be controlling the golems.
But Olaf is dazed right now because of me, so if you
Kill him.
a bonus hitting him, go for it.
That seems reasonable. All right. Yep. I'll Awaken the
think
Dragon on. Oh, Awaken the Dragon is a burst 1. Each creature in burst. I do still have a burst. Well, we're going to drop that right there.
Okay.
And try and get both. That'll be a 48 versus Will on everybody but Olaf, who's a 50 versus Will.
That'll hit everybody.
Yay. All right. So I'm assuming I'm going to destroy a couple golems.
Does this deal damage?
Yes.
So
I am a
trigger
striker
curse.
still. That will be 23 necrotic damage.
Okay.
If the target is cursed by me, it gains vulnerable 5 to all damage until the end of my next turn. Vestige Pack, I gain temporary hit points equal to 5 plus my int mod, so I get 10 temp hit points.
Okay, so what happens to them? What do they get?
Vulnerable 5 to all damage until the end of my next turn.
Okay.
If they're cursed by me.
Okay.
Which is 3 of the 4 of them.
Yeah. Okay, so does that resolve the power?
Yes.
Okay, you get 1 curse trigger.
I will drop 9 fire damage onto Pine.
Okay.
Which will be 14 because of the vulnerable.
Nice.
Right?
Yep.
This seems cute. The golems are actually would count as attacking, right?
Yep.
Or hitting, I guess.
Yeah.
I have a trigger that says an enemy hits me.
That still goes, yeah.
Cool. I'm gonna go one. I'm gonna wander past mini golem number 2.
Okay.
Attack of opportunity.
It might just not.
Yeah, that's fine. And that's a minor, a move, a standard. I'm good.
All right, that's going to take us to Pine.
He takes more fire damage unless he saved against it.
I guess I didn't have him try and save. He does.
Darn.
Boo.
So he will shift and he will blast Orem with a beam of spooky light. So that will be a 48 versus Will.
Yep.
That'll be
Dang.
80 radiant. And yep, 80 radiant.
Okay. Bloodied again.
And then he will spend an action point. And
This guy sucks.
slide.
I don't know that I've seen a bad guy spend an action point in this game to date.
Huh?
Yeah. Any elites
Yeah, I mean,
have one
I
action
know that
point?
all elites can do it. I just can't remember the last time I saw it.
Pretty sure the gift that had Coralon's thing spent an action point.
Fair enough.
Then he is going to move Mini Golem 2 over here to Orem.
Can I take an opportunity attack?
It's a slide.
Boo.
And deal 10 damage to him.
Okay.
Then he's going to move Mini Golem 1 over here. And deal 10 damage to Orem.
I'm going to yell at Pine.
Okay. I got 8. We can smell our own. That's why he's attacking me.
And then he's going to slide Mini Golem 4 over here.
Now I'm dead. Now I'm down.
and deal 10 damage to Orem.
Now I'm at -2.
Okay.
So I'm prone and...
Does your Epic Destiny give you anything that triggers when you hit 0 hit points?
I don't believe so.
No, it gives him something when he dies.
Yeah, that's... I was reading on that. That's pretty cool, but...
And then he's going to move Mina Golem 8 over here and deal 10 damage to Little Sparkle.
Actually, at that point, I'm going to avoid getting surrounded. So I'm going to use, my immediate action to Acrobat's Escape, which is the trigger an enemy enters a square adjacent to me.
Okay.
And so that golem becomes immobilized until the start of its next turn, and then I get to shift up to my Dex mod to not be adjacent to the target.
Okay.
So I'm just going to shift all the way around to be, let's go with back here.
All right. In that case, that golem is just going to deal 10 more damage to Orem.
All right.
Oh, whoops.
It's okay. It's fine.
Well, I mean, not super fine. I mean, if they keep smashing me,
if they keep smashing you, we get to see what your Epic Destiny does to prevent.
Yeah, it's true. You wanted to show it off, right?
I mean, not really, but
that's going to take us to Sakar.
My Epic Density would help me here. Unfortunately, I'm not the one who's injured, and I really feel like I've exhausted all of my multiple target items.
Just smash that guy.
Yeah.
Which one? Olaf?
Yeah, I think so.
I mean, he's right next to you, and you're marked.
Well,
that's true.
But I mean, you
could go fight Pine and see what the mark does.
Yeah, I don't think that's a great idea.
Wait.
Yeah, you do like that plan. I'm going to attack Olaf.
Okay.
I'm going to ward my smash in his warding smash.
Okay.
46 versus reflex.
46 versus reflex will hit.
Excellent. Haha. Yeah. Ha-ha. Let's see. Hang on. I gotta look at a thing. So I am in super vampire form. So what does that do for my damage bonus? It doesn't do jack. All right. Haha. He's taking ongoing 10 damage.
Okay.
Haha. Now let me roll my damage on the warding smash.
He takes 5 extra on this.
Does he?
He's still vulnerable. Yeah, I had made him vulnerable 5 till my next turn.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh. What a schmucky roll. 41 damage.
Okay. How much? What's his vulnerability?
5.
Matthew added it in there.
I calculated in the 5.
Oh,
so 41
okay.
is with the 5.
Okay. Well, that's helpful.
Yep. And he is now taking 10 ongoing damage. Save ends.
Okay.
So Orem's unconscious.
Correct.
Surely there's something I can do about that.
You can interrogate Bishop Pine about that Corlon gem in my pocket.
Iron Resurgence.
Find out who gave them intel about where we'd be.
You didn't hear that.
Iron Resurgence says, target, me or one ally must be bloodied and have at least 2 healing surges remaining. It doesn't say they have to be up and walking.
Right.
So I could target Orem with Iron Resurgence.
Sounds like it.
I think I'm going to do that. The target loses a healing surge.
Okay.
And can spend 1 or 2 healing surges.
Yeah, my healing surges are getting pretty low.
Okay.
But I'll go ahead and do 2 of them.
Okay.
So I've spent a total of 3, Rodrigo.
Yes. And then you will also gain temporary hit points equal to half your healing surge value.
Well, okay.
Okay. Thank you.
So temporary hit points like 12. Now you will still be like flat on your back, but you will be awake. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. I have the ability to move. Will it do me any good to do so?
Nope. Because what'll end up happening is that guy will just, when Olaf goes on his turn, will just knock me down again.
Move the slorgs around. I cannot see Olaf's bar anymore.
It's super
He's
low.
very close to dead. You can shift above him and mark him, Pine, and Golem 8.
That sounds like fun. I'll shift above him and mark him, Pine, and Golem 8.
Okay.
That's so much fun to do. And a shift is a move action. Is that correct?
Yep.
Or no?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, so that's a move minor standard for Sakaar. Right in the face of Brother Olaf, who sucks.
Okay. All set. We'll move to Randus.
All right. Rolling Keeper's Prescience. Down to 5. I'm
Wow.
going to move.
Clearly, you did not foresee this battle at all.
No, I've been too busy thinking about this formula.
Yeah.
Here. Yep. Because now I'm going to do a Cockroach Swarm. Pretty much centered on Olaf.
Nice.
Once again, try to clear out these guys, or at least set up combat advantage so Little Sparkle can
Kill the
take care
Olaf.
of
Appreciated.
Kill the Olaf.
Sparkle can get easy combat advantage on Pine right now since I attacked him.
Kill the
He
Olaf.
hasn't been attacked yet.
I'm gonna try. We'll see. This requires me rolling, which has been
You can do
really
it.
erratic.
We have faith in you.
Hey,
46
that's pretty good.
versus, I believe, Reflex. Yes, Reflex.
That'll
Versus
hit.
everyone in a close blast 5, which is all the bad guys.
Yeah, that's gonna hit everyone.
So in addition to making a zone, grants combat advantage. It does 2d8 plus int damage with ongoing 5 save ends
How long does that zone last?
for the rest of the combat.
Okay.
19 damage, untyped.
Okay.
And ongoing 5 save ends. So 24 with the vulnerability.
Okay.
They also have ongoing 5 save ends and create a zone that lasts until the end of the encounter, and the enemy within the zone grants combat advantage.
All right. What else?
Minor action, shoot a curative admixture at Orem. So you can get, he doesn't have to spend a healing surge, but heal back healing surge value plus 23.
Okay.
Let's move minor standard. And I will call that the end of my turn.
All right. That's gonna take us to Olaf. Olaf
He's
will.
dazed.
And he takes 5.
10.
What else? Any of these fall off of him? He's still dazed, right?
Yep, that is falls off until at the end of my next turn.
So still marked.
Still,
Yes.
still marked.
Yep.
Still vulnerable. Still taking
Cursed.
ongoing damage. Still, he's not immobilized anymore,
Curse
right?
procced on one of those golems, right?
Yes.
Yes.
9 damage at Pine, which will be 14 because of the vulnerability.
Fire damage.
Otherwise, I would have thrown it at Olaf.
Yeah, fair
Are you
enough.
telling me Olaf is still standing?
Apparently.
Did he take his 10 ongoing bleeding damage?
I mean, he would have
If
if he didn't have anybody.
Ability.
So he can just soak ongoing damage?
Well, so he has
No one's rolled to
Resist.
find out.
resist 10 all. So
Mm.
if you deal any damage to him that's 10 or lower, nothing happens.
You just sits
What
there.
about the
So-
vulnerability?
So
No,
Well,
I
yeah.
would like to know how that interacts with the vulnerability, please.
they both happen. So he has
Yeah.
both the vulnerability and the resistance. So basically he is taking like 5 damage from.
From the 10 on.
But anything that's still below where the vulnerability would put him above 10, he doesn't take. So if he takes ongoing 5, but takes 5 damage, right, takes 5 additional damage, that still gets completely eaten by
Right.
the resistance.
He soaks it. Oh, this guy sucks.
I thought it was.
Yeah.
We should have killed him in Tuberville.
Base.
I wasn't even there, and we should have killed him in Tuberville.
All right.
Wait,
That was
was
not
I
an
there the
option.
second time we went to Tuberville?
It was the second time.
He
it
was
Tuberville.
there the second time you went to Tuberville.
Yes, but was I there?
You mean was
Car?
the car
No.
there? No. Were
Okay.
you there? Yes.
I was somebody else at that time.
Yes.
So I
You
don't
were
remember
somebody
that.
else then.
The
Anyway,
joys of
Tuberville is
let's,
designed so Rodrigo could torture me. It's like thrown into the pit the first time.
Let's try and attack Sakar since he's marked.
Let's see what happens.
And see what happens. 52 versus AC.
That does hit.
Uh,
I'd like to use my strike
for
backs.
89. Yep, just 89.
I'd like to
Googly
use
moogly.
my strike
Ow!
backs. Can I use my strike backs?
You can.
I'd like to strike back, please.
Okay.
Hang on, am I bloodied?
Probably
No,
not.
I'm not bloodied.
Probably.
That hurt. I mean, that hurt a lot, but I'm not bloodied.
I mean, that's one above my bloodied value. Dang, man. I guess you are a defender.
He's a primal defender.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm what you like
You
to
defend
call
with hit points.
one of them
Yeah,
Pretty
Framistats.
much.
All right, so I'm going to strike back, hit him in the face with a melee basic attack with my big sword. At some point, the lightning evaporated around him, but he hasn't moved,
Okay.
so it doesn't matter. 49 versus AC.
Nice.
49 will hit.
Bacow. Let's see if I can finally take this schmuck off the board.
Racathoom.
I am tired of his face, head, and his stupid face. Hang on, I'm looking at my if-then statement under if you want to hurt them more. And I've used that, did that, did that. Am I seriously out of ways to hurt him more? Oh, wait.
Else.
I mean, if you consider that you've taken like at least 3 attacks plus
Yeah.
at least one more that got probably triggered by Ket or something,
All right,
that's
well,
likely.
I am on fire. So that gives me the 26 instead of the 23. So 31 damage in the face.
31 damage is going to take him out.
Please fall down. Please fall down. I'm so tired of you, you schmuck.
All right. That is going to end Olaf's turn, so that's going to take us to Little Sparkle.
All right, then I'm just going to try to finish this off. So I've got combat advantage because of you, Kat.
Cockroaches.
And
And roaches.
you've got combat advantages because of cockroaches. Rendus actually had combat advantage on Pine because of me.
Okay, well, I'll take
And
it.
He still has
so
a
I'm just
vulnerability
going to
5.
move on over and Sly Flourish to try to kill this guy.
When does the vulnerability go away?
Until my next turn.
He's vulnerable.
Wait, do we want to keep him alive?
Oh, yeah.
The
sweet.
end of my next
That's
turn.
nice, too. All right, so 44 versus AC?
44 versus AC will not hit.
Is he higher level than me?
Yep. He's
All right.
higher level than you.
Then I will use Peerless Predator to reroll that.
Nice.
Boom. To a 42.
Phooey.
Lame.
That will not hit.
All right. Well, I guess I won't finish this off.
No?
Because don't really want to use an action point at this point in the fight, and I don't have a minor action attack. So I
Did
whiff.
you use combat advantage that first time?
Yeah.
Okay. I wasn't sure if that was calculated in.
Nope.
She did roll a 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I just rolled very poorly.
It happens.
Okay.
That's a bummer.
It's going to take us to the top of the 4th round of combat.
Wow. How often do we go 4 rounds anymore?
Nowadays, not too many. Usually, there's a serious puncture one way or the other by the 3rd round of combat. That's going to take us to Orem.
So this guy in front of us is dead?
He is down, at least.
Okay. So I can stand up.
Yep.
And
Just magic missile him.
which guy?
The
one
only
Pine.
one who's left
Pine?
standing.
Yeah, I'll do a magic missile on Pine.
He's the
Okay.
only
Pew
valid
pew
target.
pew. 17 force damage.
All right. That's
22
going to take him
force
out.
damage.
That's going to take us out of combat rounds.
Okay.
I'm gonna
Yay.
rush up to Pine. I'm gonna grab him and say, "Tell me how to get Coralon out of this gem."
He's not gonna know how.
You might.
Sorry I got lost. Who are these guys?
Losers we
Old
met
foes.
before.
One of apparently an endless string of old enemies. I don't like them.
All right.
When Orem grabs Pine, he says, "You're never even going to make it to the tower. There's an entire garrison between you and the entrance."
He killed himself. What's wrong with this fool? That's where
Yes,
we'll end it.
he killed himself.
He did the last thing. He twisted and broke his own neck.
No,
Oh.
he died from a invisible missile-shaped puncture wound to his ribs.
Good.
He does have a fancy-looking necklace, though.
Ooh, I'll take that fancy-looking necklace. What is it?
It seems to be a cabochon, like a roundy thing set into some metal. It appears to be the same stone as the golems.
Kombucha.
I'll toss this over to who? Ket or Randus? Because I think I already have a neck slot item.
Yeah, everybody already has next slot items.
Oh man.
Toss it over to Randus so he
I'll
can
give it to
identify
Randus.
So I'll work on identifying.
Okay.
What about this other guy?
Go ahead and give me an Arcana check, just to hunt for botches.
For
Actually-
who? Randus is doing that?
Yes, if you toss
Okay.
it to Randus, he has it.
All right.
I actually do not have a next slot item.
Oh, there you go.
You
So you
might
want me to
now.
do an
What is it?
Arcana?
Yes.
Or what'd you say?
If you want to identify it, yes.
Okay. I got a ring that helps, I think. Let me...
because that's necessary.
Your Arcana is 950. Just push the button, Frank.
Yeah.
Well, I guess maybe not. You gain a +5 item bonus to Arcana checks made to detect magic. Is that not necessarily applicable?
No,
that is not what is happening.
Okay. Darn.
He's looking for you to roll a 1.
I know. I just...
He just doesn't want to.
Yeah. Oh, shoot. Well, +44, so 54.
With a 54, you can determine that this thing controls the golems.
Fair enough. Can I control the golems with it?
You put it on.
Sure. Does it?
Okay.
Do I see any reason not to?
No, you don't see any reason not to.
now
There
evil.
is. You can see from here above the hedge another set of statues.
All right. I'll see if I can make a move.
You What do you do to make a move?
Like concentrate and think about them moving.
Okay.
See if I can get them to walk.
Yeah, you concentrate, and one of them takes a step forward.
Ooh. All right. Hey guys, I think I can control the golems.
Good.
Oh, that might be useful for that whole garrison thing.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I was thinking.
What about this other guy that's laying here?
Olaf?
Yeah.
He's just kind of lying down on his face.
I want to kick him and see if he moves.
Yeah, check for signs alive.
He is not alive.
Can someone who knows how we navigate this place a little bit better find a place that we can take a quick breather and then we can move on with your golems?
We're just going to have to hide in the corner of a plaza and hope no one shows up.
Oh, fun.
There's nowhere nearby here that's going to be defendable.
Could we hide in a hedge?
That didn't go so well for me last time, but...
Like each of us hold a handful of branches and just try to blend in. Please move her along. We are a hedge.
So we're hiding in some
try to
shrubbery.
get a quick short rest.
I think we'll
You
hide
guys can
near
take
some
a
shrubbery
short
rather than
rest.
in.
All right. We'll take a short rest. It'll last a whole week for most of you.
That's a long rest. We should get all of our encounters back.
All right. That'll wrap it up for this installment. Thank you so much for downloading and checking us out. We will be back next time. And until then, here's hoping all of your dice rolls are critical hits.
This podcast is copyright 2020 by Major Spoilers Entertainment, LLC.